Was L.A. Capone like your close homie who then just started blowing up in the rap shit? Was he like the one from your squad that first started to get attention?
Okay, look, this is what I can say, right? It was E-Day first.
Okay, E-Day first.
E-Day came first, right? Then Rondo came after him.
Okay.
L.A. came, he kind of had like the biggest effect of all of them.
Okay.
Because it was like, okay, he was like something new, but he was also better than them. Like, you know, just being honest, like anybody that knows everybody's body of work would agree that he was just better, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when he came on the scene, now mind you, this is my right hand man. Like, okay, Sosa, I grew up with folks, but like, this is my right hand man. Like, we every day out here in this shit. This is, you see me, you see him. So now it's like when he doing his thing, I'm like, what the fuck, fool? And it's like, it's all over again, though. Like, with the situation with Sosa, it's just like he never got to the point to sign. But, like, me seeing the recognition and the people in the city, like, how they gravitate towards him. We standing in the hood on King Drive, and the motherfucker ride past playing his shit. And he like, fool, that's my shit, fool. Like, I was remembering right there when we was standing in the hood on King Drive. And the motherfucker rolled past playing his shit. He like, fool, that's my shit, fool. They playing my shit, fool. Woo, I'm like, damn, fool. Motherfucker don't even know this is hood they riding past. Right, they would have humped or something. Like, but whole time they just casually riding and they done rolled past the motherfucker who shit this is. It was epic, fool.
That's bananas.
Epic, fool.
That's so crazy. Hey, did it always occur to you how wild it was that there were so many people online talking about Chicago and like little ass kids from the suburbs and people from all over the world who were just obsessed with not just Chicago, like politics, the shit that was going on in your neighborhoods and everything, but in particular, like the worst parts of it. Like they were really drawn to the murders and the arrests and all the crazy ass shit. Like, did you ever sit back and realize like that there's a whole business basically, because there's hundreds of thousands of people that will watch anything related to any kind of violence in that environment? Yeah,
like, and that in itself, that shit is kind of spooky, bro. It's spooky as hell because like situations that be going on, right, and it be so fucked up because it be like a lot of shit that we be looking at, G. I be having to tell a lot of our fans, like, bro, I know, like, a lot of this shit that y'all watch, it might be funny to y'all and cool, and whatever y'all kind of take from this shit is cool, but it's like, bro, y'all got to remember, like, the shit that y'all listening to and reading about, this is the shit that we living through on a daily basis, so while y'all getting laughs out of this shit and thinking, like, oh, damn, like, ops will, like, the fans will real live sit wherever they will at, watch videos of us to see who we into it with, watch videos of who we into it with to see what they's being said about us. Like, the fans keep us into it with them more than they know because the fans is the ones that go on Duck Live and be like, oh, he said this about Werber, and then come DM it to one of us.
Clip the part of it, put it up with a caption that tag you in it, like all this shit that you would never see otherwise.
You would never even would have saw it. It'd be like they'll catch it or they'll screen record it. Then you go type in your name on YouTube, and now you see the whole live right there, and you like, what? He said, what about folk? Man, we on their ass, you know, and you would be like, they be like, damn, woo, they think it's funny, but whole time when a motherfucker get killed because of some shit that y'all was instigating or just going back and forth, keeping up, it be, and the motherfucker get 50 years or motherfucker get nailed, y'all like, oh man, y'all niggas gotta chill.
Yeah, nobody's gonna remember the kid in Poland who clipped that part of the live and put it up and made a big deal about it.
Right. And that's the whole thing what I be saying, bro. It's like nobody's gonna remember that you even did this, but whole time you got a nigga know.
Right. So what was the year when you guys all caught that case together with the issue with the taxi driver or whatever? How many years?
That was 2014.
2014.
2014, man.
And that just happened in Chicago.
Yeah, it happened in Chicago. Some wild shit that they were saying that happened, and get snatched 9 of them up for the shit, put them booked them.
I mean, but it's just insane that you're still dealing with the ramifications of that shit 5 years later. Like, still, like, this week, there's, like, articles coming out that are basically saying, like, oh, actually, Tay600 didn't snitch. The paperwork doesn't indicate that. Yeah. You're still dealing with that to this day, and that shit was 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's why I try to tell a lot of people, like, you know, it's been the shit that I've exposed that you speaking on now, it's, like, recently getting exposed within, like, the last 10 days, right? Yeah. And it's, like, basically, from what I've been on, it's just, like, people real live been telling me, like, man, you should just be humble because, you know, I've been exposing and I've been talking my little shit, you know? And people telling me, like, bro, all right, you proved yourself, you know, that niggas know that you didn't this and you didn't say that. So, you know, you should stop just speaking on it and just be humble about it. And me, I understand that, right? But what I also want everybody that says that to understand is this. I could have been killed because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I real life, bro. This is not nothing that I just had to face like out here in the world. Like I was in jail for 10 months. I could have been shanked in jail.
Did you felt that energy when you were locked up?
When I was
that people
in
were
jail,
thinking
bro,
that?
because you gotta remember, I'm Tay 600, right? The hood loved me. Everybody in the city loved me, but they loved them too. Them not just no niggas you could just tell on and be niggas gonna still fuck with you or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they love them too. On top of you snitching, bro. Like that snitching shit, that's not flying, bro. I don't give no fuck who you are. So it's like with me when I'm in jail, bro, it was like I'm glad I'm the nigga I am because I've never been the type of nigga to duck confrontation or just like be scared. Like nothing scares me. Like that's how the streets fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing so much shit at a young age and going through so much. Like even with this shit, like when I got in jail, I had already been dealing with this shit for 2 years at that time. So it was like my head was to the point where it was like nothing could scare me. Nothing could make me cry or nothing, bro. Whatever I face, if it gotta go bad, it's gonna go bad.
Hey, how'd you feel in that moment where you didn't really have a way to prove your innocence at that time? You basically just had to like, you could say your shit on Instagram and Twitter, whatever, but you didn't really have like now it's like more of the facts are out there. It's easier for you to make the case and say like, look, I didn't tell. You can look at the paperwork. You don't have any fucking proof. It seems easier now, but at the time it must have felt like you were just drowning in it. Bro, you couldn't really do anything to protect yourself.
I tell so many people now, like that's what's kind of fucked me up a little bit because I was already fucked up before this from the streets, but it's like this situation going on with it for 5 years, bro. Like it made me so defensive and angry. Like my anger, like it's easy to make me mad or for me to get defensive because like people don't know. Even for the 5 years, like I remember, like for the last 3 years, I could say like when I came home from the gun case and shit, it was easier because. I mean, it got a little easier because, like, okay, I didn't take the stand. They knew that. They knew that if you snitch on somebody, you got the right to face your accuser. You know, I came home basically explaining a lot of laws of why it couldn't go how it went. But I still never had the paperwork. So it was like I had more people on my end, but it still wasn't what I needed. So it's like for the last 5 years, I've been waking up every day, getting on Instagram. I got to block 50 people a day because they in my comments calling me a rat and niggas in my DM, you told on your homies and like I told people, bro, it's one thing for a nigga like, say for instance, like my homie right here, my peoples, right, my manager right now. He can probably face some shit like this and move. I'm in Chicago. He can just move to Iowa and live a whole nother life. Right. Nobody will never see him and be like, oh, that's what you told him, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you don't even got to go nowhere far. You can go somewhere deep in Illinois like Schaumburg and live a new life. You know what I'm saying? But me, I can't go to London. I can't even go to London without somebody. Like, that's how, like, people probably won't understand it. They probably thinking that I'm hyping myself up or something. Right. But that's how real life big the Chicago rappers are, regardless of people know it or not. Like, I got fans from all over this earth. Right. Like, a lot of them. Like, to the point where people request me to come out of the country a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't be able to go somewhere without somebody being able to be like, bro, that's that nigga that told him woo-woo. And I'd be shamed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine facing that and having nowhere to run. Like, you just gotta face it. Not even because you want to, because you strong, but because it's nowhere for you to run from it to.
Did you, tell me this, do you have moments where you were sitting in jail, no lawyer, and you're being interrogated and they're trying to get you to snitch?
Bro, it's been plenty of times like that. Like, bro, my name, from my hood and from my area, my name been lit. Like, as far as, like, the police, like, they know what I'm tied into. They know who I am, and they think they have a clue of what I do in the streets. So it's like, when shit comes up, I'm one of them first niggas they want to chase down on a block or pull up on or give a fucking hassle to because they know if it got something to do with any nigga from the 600 and he official, then he was probably there or he knew about it or he did it. That's how it was for me. So it's like I've been through this shit. That's what I tell niggas, like, bro, before I ever got in the streets, bro, my daddy went to the feds, nigga, and got 10 years, bro. I watched my daddy, homies, in his paperwork, nigga. My mama had it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, bro, snitching is, and this not one of the reasons why I don't snitch. But it's just a fact. It's like, bro, whatever you tell, if you really tell, it's gonna come out. Like, it's no way you can duck it, hide from it. Ain't no secret snitch. There's no way you gonna be named as John Doe or nothing. You gonna have to tell. And then if you snitch, if they go to trial, you're gonna have to tell in front of a whole lot of people. It's not nothing that you can duck in no way without anybody knowing.
But how bad was like the interrogations that you've had to deal with? Like, was it like hours of them coming down on you and type shit?
Imagine being 14, 15 years old, bro. You still a young nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, you a street nigga, bro, but when shit hits the fan, you still calling your mama, bro.
When you're 14.
You 14 years old, bro. I'm
yeah.
still a little ass baby, bro. Like, my mama's still coming to get me out of the station, bro.
And you got a position of authority. You got a police officer telling you shit, and they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Right, exactly. Imagine that being scary, and then they talking about shit. You going from waking up freely, not having to pay bills or worry about nothing, to motherfuckers telling you facing 50 years in jail. You not even 20 years old. You ain't even 15. You ain't even old enough to smoke tobacco. But they talking about 50 years. So imagine that shit being scary on top of all the dirty shit motherfuckers will do. Dirty cops, they want to smack you, and they want to deprive you of meals, and they want to like deprive you of really anything, shower, anything. They'll sit you in that bitch for 3 days and won't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You in that bitch smelling like onions and fish and just ain't ate and all type of shit that they can do for this amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So it's very scary, bro.
Right. Why do you think that Rondo is talking down on you and saying like now saying things that like we can't prove or that seem like they just are like provably not true? Like what do you think is going on in his head at this point?
Man, I feel like because what I exposed, it kind of came out and made him look like he was saying some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like the paperwork that I exposed, it's like the appeal paperwork and shit, and basically like anything that was mentioned is gonna be mentioned in there. You know what I'm saying? Anything that got anybody convicted or of any type of crime or anything was gonna be mentioned, and my name wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But what it did mention was it said some shit in there basically looking like he was trying to put it on C-Day. And he thought that like, well, not him, but him and his attorney was trying to make up a theory that C-Day was the sole shooter and he wasn't accountable for shit. And he thinking that I'm exposing that, but really I'm telling everybody, like, bro, I don't even give a fuck about who telling anything. I just know that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And when me exposing my own innocence, it exposed that. So he was thinking like, I'm trying to make motherfuckers, make him look like he doing something, but I'm telling him like, bro, I don't give a fuck who doing what. I just know motherfuckers better stop saying that I'm doing it.
Right.
So, you know, niggas get defensive and shit like that, but then a motherfucker made a post today talking about don't bash him, and this was my brother at one point in time, and, you know, he helped the case, and he made everybody makes mistakes, but at least you try to right your mistake. And he said something like he had somebody type that up with a picture of me, him, and C-Day. But I didn't buy it. I wasn't fucking with it because at the end of the day, it sounded like you apologizing, you acting like you the bigger person, speaking on how he the bigger person and this, that, and the third. But you also still insinuated that I snitched on you or made some type of mistake in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
So I'm not copping to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not copping to you. Yeah, you made a mistake, bro. No, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, you know, like I say, I don't get no fuck. But it's just like for the people that really be in my inboxes telling me, okay, bro, you won, stop speaking on it, bro. Just imagine like this shit been going on 5 years. I could have been killed. I could have been killed in jail. Like in jail, dealing with it for almost a year every day. Now that's more traumatizing than anything, bro, because jail was gonna force you to be around niggas regardless. Like there's no way that you can sit in a cell for 10 months. They gonna force you unless you in SEG or something, but you still gotta be in there with a nigga who might think I'm snitching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the jail. I'm going to different decks. I gotta go to court with 1,000 niggas every 30 days. I'm moving on my deck. It's 40 of us on the deck. You know what I'm saying? Every time I move and go to the hospital, I'm over there with niggas, and everybody in the county know me. I can't never go off. When I leave out of my cell, I'm known. When I come on the deck, niggas don't ask me who I am because they know who I am.
Right.
They don't ask me, where you from? Oh, I don't even get that no more when I go in jail. Like when I come in that bitch, they see me, and if it's a op, it's a fight. If it's the gang, it's the gang. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't even get asked who am I no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like imagine being this nigga in jail. I had fights over this. You know what I'm saying? Got my dreads pulled out, jumped, all type of shit in jail because just like I'm one of them niggas, or I gotta get into it with a motherfucker that think they was like.
Did you cut the dreads in jail?
I cut him in jail. I cut him in the county, and that was one of the reasons because I was fighting too much. Like, bro, in the county, long dreads.
That's a liability.
It's out.
Yeah, that shit'll
out.
fuck you up.
You know what I'm saying? And then I had to cut that shit. When I knew I was finna take my time and shit, I had been in the county like 6 months almost at the time. I was finna take my time. I came to haircut, and they still gave me 30 months.
Damn. Is your outlook on life, like, it must be pretty crazy because like some of your closest friends are now in jail till they're old senior citizens and shit. Yeah. And then you're still out here free and still walking the streets and actually have like the ability, the freedom. Do you think about that shit every day?
Yeah, I do. Like,
especially given also how many of your friends have passed away as well.
Yeah, bro. Like, and that's the reason why I say, like, you really gotta real live respect the niggas that's still out here standing. Like, you gotta, because, bro, it's like I say, man, I remember being in the streets doing the shit we was doing, right? Doing all this gang banging, and then you look up, 4 of your homies that you be with every day then got arrested for murder. Murder. Like, I remember being cool and gang banging, and I looked up, Rondo was in jail for a body in March. C-Day went to jail for a body a week later in March. D-Rose went for a body in April. Von went for a body in June. These the niggas I'm running with every day. We can't get high without each other. We can't shoot dice without each other. We can't gang bang if one of us or all of us ain't right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like, damn, on top of LA, LA dead now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Boo them dead now, D-Thang them dead now, Baldy them dead now, 40 them dead now. Like, it's just like so many niggas that I remember, like, man, my mama coming to picking me up from the station, she picking them up because they look at her as mama. My mama sheltered all these young niggas, you know what I'm saying? My sister's brother, all these niggas, you know what I'm saying? So when people be thinking, like, bro, it's like the last man standing. That's why I don't feel bad about, like, I feel like street niggas, our goal and our main objective is to get out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be trying to, I will never, like, people that's from the outside looking in even know that I'm really from where I'm from. What I live is what niggas rapped about is what I was, you know what I'm saying? So I don't gotta revisit the hood to prove that I'm something that I was in the past. Like, that shit, none of I do not gonna make me no less of who I am, you know what I'm saying? My street credit and my face card solidified. What I done in the streets cannot be forgotten, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel almost kind of lonely just because so many of the people that you grew up around that are your peers are gone? Like, you just don't have that many close friends because so many of them are gone? You know what I'm saying?
And then it's like, it's more fucked up for me because my situation made me not really even reach out to have a lot of new friends or even try to replace friends at all. Like, if my friends wasn't killed or gone for murder or whatever, they switched up. So it's like, I didn't even, like, I really be with right now is family. Like, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of niggas from my hood that I still talk to every day and I demo with. We link out and we link up and we ball out and do all that shit, kick it at clubs and all that shit. But, like, you ain't gonna pull me back into my old self. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that gets niggas like Durk in them situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that trying to do what you used to do or people trying to drag you up into old habits. That shit fuck up what you got going on now. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'd rather go to jail and get 50 years back when I was 16 and I wasn't Take 600 and I wasn't rapping and getting millions of views and getting feature money and all that shit. Cause then I'm just a little ass boy. I ain't had no kids, no responsibilities, no nothing. So if I get 50 years, it ain't like I left shit out here. I didn't really leave my mark on nothing.
Right.
But if I get 40 years right now, even at the stage that I'm at, a lot of shit gonna change. A lot of people gonna go start back living basic. A lot of shit gonna change. And I'm gonna be in jail even more fucked up about that because I know a lot of shit is
close.
Gonna. All right.
99% of people in jail ain't seen shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like that's easier for them to do their time. But when you got, like, kids and responsibilities, like even you, man, like, I know right now what you do, bro. If anything happened to you where you had to really, like, be in jail or be away, so much shit have changed. So many people wouldn't be able to pay for certain things, and you wouldn't, like, a lot of people's whole lifestyle have changed. Like, all this expensive shit motherfuckers got going on or could afford, it'll stop. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing that, a motherfucker can't even make, man, you change, you don't do, you act like you don't. Bro,
when I was young, it was nothing to break the law because what the fuck what do I have? I've got nothing. You know?
Got nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like when we young, like that's what people don't understand. Like, bro, when you get older, that's why I never hated on the niggas that got older and did different shit, because this shit is not what the fuck we supposed to do our whole life, bro. We been in this shit since literally teens, children. Motherfuckers adults now, bro. You from childhood to adulthood is like 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you want me to spend all these fucking years over here, bro? Like, what? Man, look, I done been in every damn state, damn near in this country, bro. I will never sit on King Drive ever again. I will never sit on Calumet and just rather be there rather than anywhere else. Never again.
Right.
It ain't never brought me shit, nothing, not a dime. I done went to jail for that block. I done went and been in, they done goddamn it tried to make me a rat. Goddamn it, I done lost homies. I done lost, man, cousins, all type of shit, bro. Like, it's just that the hood never bring you nothing for real. Like, it maybe hustlers kind of live, they get a little bit more from it or something, but like, even then still, you don't live along with that.
Kind of on that topic, were you shocked when you heard this shit about Durk?
I mean, yeah, because
he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Objectively in
It's
his
just
career.
like-
I think I might have done his last interview before he got picked up for
You
that
mighta
shit
have.
at
You
Rolling
mighta have,
Loud.
for
That's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, being what happened between me and him, a lot of people run up on me thinking that I like this shit. Like, you know, me and him got into it originally about me fucking his BM. And that's what the fuck the whole thing really came from with me and him. And it's like, me going through being in the streets and being in the system, look, man, I never wish that shit on nobody. And before I speak anything on anything other part of it, that's just like what I want to say. Like, I'd rather any nigga be close to his children. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember being in jail for 10 months, you know what I'm saying? Almost a year. I didn't have a son. I didn't have nothing to grieve. Then when I got locked up last year for a pipe case that I beat, I was in there for 7 days, and it was the longest 7 days of my life. And cause it was my son. My son was 5 weeks old when I went to jail.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I was like, just like overly bonding with my son. Like, this is my only son, my only child, bro. And then when it's like, it fucked me up to the point where I got out of jail a week later, bro. And it was like, he had grew like 3 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? This is not my baby.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like, so it's like, bro, and he got like 7 kids, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On top of, like I say, bro, you got a lot of people that depend on you out here and in them gyms. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I see shit like this, I get angry because I know a lot of people, bro. Like, when I get to his level, I'm not jeopardizing my situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm not gonna speak like I know his, like, whatever he accused of. I believe he ain't do it. That's how I'm coming. But
Right.
we gonna speak in a hypothetical
We
standpoint.
always want to hope for the best. in
Yeah,
any
we
kind
gonna
of
speak in a
situation.
hypothetical standpoint, like, bro, I'm not risking my situation. And then you got niggas around you that just came from these situations, like Von them. He just did 3.5 years and just beat a murder.
Right. Were you shocked
what I'm
that he
saying?
was a part of it?
I'm
allegedly?
shocked because everybody know that they in better situations. Like,
Yeah.
Durk, you come from going to jail for guns, being in prison. You know all this. You in a better situation. You better than Von. Von in the best situation he ever been in, and he come from under something that was dramatic. Von would have got cracked. We would never see him again. 50 years.
Right.
We had never run into him ever again. You know what I'm saying? You already 25. You gonna die now. That's what they gonna try to do to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for everybody to come from under what they came from or know that they got so much to lose, it's like niggas you can't put yourself in that. Like, I tell my niggas all the time, at the level I'm at right now, I'm trying not to get like, unless a nigga ever try to take my chain or like do something wild as hell to me, like directly, like, it's never happening.
Right.
I'm never going like no sucker like that, because I know what I'm doing, it's not nothing that's every daily done. Like, it's not like, oh, my little cousin, he doing this shit too. He gonna be able to take care of the family or something. No, bro, you got $1 million enterprise, bro. Ain't nobody in your circle rich.
And also, like, back in 2011 or whenever you guys were kind of coming up, there was less security and shit. Now, I mean, they're saying they got a video from like a security camera of the Durk situation, which is kind of scary in itself. That like, these days, the surveillance is like, you know, it might feel like there's no cameras around, and you might just be missing it because it might be like halfway down the street, and they still gonna
that's
zoom
what they
in.
said. They said they got, like, they use cameras from around the whole thing, like, not even just from where it happened at, but in other restaurants or stores that was around that might have caught that little piece of what happened over there.
Think about like the Nipsey situation. The camera was so fucking far away. There's no way that if you were standing right where Nipsey was, that you would have been able to see that camera.
Yeah.
But that's the camera that they used, and that they're gonna bring in camera to prove
Yeah.
that this guy did it and all that
Yeah.
shit. So it's like you might not at all have any chance of being able to spot it, and there could still be a camera.
That's why you gotta know not to put yourself in certain situations, because, bro, like, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm fighting for my life. You know what I'm saying? Like people could say what they want about you, you know, but like, bro, if you move, it's called moving smart. Like, bro, you know, when I pull up to restaurants and shit, like, even if I'm deep as hell with the guys, bro, I'm gonna send you in to get my food. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a drive-through and we on some fast food shit, or I'm sitting down, cause I do still sit down and go to restaurants, but I go them restaurants where I'm sitting down that ain't in no hot areas. I'm downtown sitting down at Roof Chris or something, you know, with a little bitch or something, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I sit down. But like when I'm in the streets moving and maneuvering through the hood, folk, or through the area, you going in that bitch, grab my food. I don't go in gas stations, folk, grab me some woods, folk, because like it's one thing to not want to be in a certain situation, but you also got to eliminate yourself from certain situations. Like niggas get shot, robbed, or like, it's a gas station. This is the most public place out. You know what I'm saying? You trying to bell in that bitch and grab some gas. Oh, you rented to this nigga. Oh. Now, you didn't want to kill him, but you got your pipe on you. He got his pipe on him. He thinking you finna blow. You thinking it's up. Y'all both up. Shoot. Somebody die. The other one in jail for killing him. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted to run in that bitch and you knew you really shouldn't even been in that bitch, folk. Folk? And all the niggas around me, they understand it. That's why they don't mind. Like, folks, he don't let me do nothing.
Right.
Like, he act like I'm President Obama. Like, he won't let me go into a store, a gas station, nothing. Like, he don't want me to do nothing.
But do you feel like that in Chicago, or do you feel like that out even somewhere like LA as well?
I mean, like, I really do it. Like, in other states, I real life be cool as hell. Like, because I really never get to do it in my own city. So like when I come to like LA, I'm thirsty to get out now because I can't never get out at the crib.
It's so unlikely you're gonna see somebody you got an issue with out here.
And then even if I do, niggas really don't really want to act crazy out of town. Like, bro, look, you probably out here enjoying yourself or something, and I'm out here enjoying myself. Get the fuck on.
The people who have problems in LA are typically just people who are from LA. Who have
Yeah,
problems with
right,
other people
right.
from LA.
Right,
For the most part, like you could be the most troublesome rapper. We got beef with 100 different people in Chicago or in Detroit or whatever. And then you come to LA and it's like none of them people are gonna be out here, so you're probably good, right?
Yeah, right. So you straight, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm at the crib, I ain't doing all that goof ass shit, man. We don't wanna go to parties like that or nothing. Like, we gonna slap, man. Look, my bitch gonna come through. Y'all have some hoes come through. We gangbanger like that. We gonna get high. We gonna bully. We gonna have them peoples come through that we know official. But we ain't doing all that. I don't got no outsider niggas around me. Niggas that got a lot of homies I don't know. I just eliminate a lot of shit because you gonna be in that jam or you gonna be dead. And you gonna, like, it's gonna affect everything regardless if you die or go to jail. All that shit that you worked hard for or the people that you got in them jams. Like, Rondo is, his situation is deprived. He depended on Durk. You know what I'm saying? Like, his whole appeal process is depending on Durk's money.
Damn, that's crazy. Now
So
Durk's
it's like,
in his own
now
shit.
you Durk, you in your own jam now. And on top of that, you got niggas who with you, like, you gotta pay lawyers to fight you in two of your homies' case.
Yeah.
This ain't even just your own case. Like, you gotta pay lawyers to fight you in these niggas' cases. On top of you trying to make sure 9 get back. And this shit, man, appeal costs, man, thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You the only motherfucker that afford to make sure he get back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you rap, and then all the niggas in jail who needed 100 this week, they did. They over with, because they can't even fix. They live to ask you for 20 right now. How nobody in your camp send them no money, because they know where all your money need to go.
That's crazy as fuck.
So it's just like, bro, you gotta really think. You gotta really think. Like, you gotta really want to not get involved in no type of shit like that.